All right, today, man, what we're gonna talk about is the top better male thing. That men do today. Hang with dudes all the time, with other dudes all the time. Let women do anything. Let women do anything pertaining to your anus. What up? What up? What up? We in here, man. We in here. Told y'all I was gonna be back. Jay up at the Meadows. What up, bro? What up? I'm on the job, brother. I'm on the job. We're gonna hang out here for a minute, man. Supposed to start the thing up at 6. We're in the building. We're gonna get some things done, man. Got to replace a couple of lights, man. So I would have gone live on this, like real live, face-to-face live, but I did that earlier, man. If you haven't, go ahead and check out the self-preservation RP Craig Mack stream that I did earlier today, man. It's fire. Dominique Daly, what up, bro? Mr. Limber Channel. Haha, man. Them wireless headphones, man. They the truth. I'd like to meet the man whose idea was to make the first pair of headphones wireless. He deserves a handshake. He actually deserves a brunch or something, man. Yeah, we should do something for that kid. Good to have you in here either way, though, brother. Good, glad to have you in here. What up? What up? We're gonna get it crunk in here in a minute, man. Taking a little time, man, to kind of redo some of my notes here. Elevate Higher, what's good, brother? Good to have you in here. Your brother Elevate Higher in the building. All right, we rolling up in here. Big Akil, what up, brother? Good to have you in here, man. Good to have you in here. Yeah, man, we got a cool little topic today, man. And I know some of you are gonna have some other ones to add to this, man. It's just 2 after 6, man. We're gonna give them a few minutes to roll in. People might not. Hey, Mr. Limber, did you get notification this time? One hell of a guy. One hell of a guy. Anyone who didn't get a notification for the earlier live stream, did you put a 1 in the chat if you got one for this one? Kobe, what up, homie? Yeah, man, this topic is smoking, man. Probably a couple people probably ain't gonna come through, man, but that's just how it is, man. Like, most people don't want to hear this. This ain't the topic you want to hear, man. All right, that's good looking out, man. That's good looking out. I figured that's what it was, man. I actually loaded this stream up, man. Like, I prepped this stream about 2 hours before I came on, man. About 2 hours. So to make sure that I caught that time limit. All right, gift the gap. Good looking out, man. Good looking out. So I see now, man, that I got to go ahead and set up the streams quite a bit earlier. Man, just jump in, bro. You know what I'm gonna do, man? I'm gonna take some time. Honestly, it's probably not gonna be until this weekend that I have time to do it. I'm gonna take some time, man, and really separate everything into playlists. Like recognizable, easy to read, easy to find, easy to funnel through playlists. Like every video, man, I'm gonna really be strategic. And so there's probably gonna be about maybe 10 or 15 playlists but all the playlists are going to contain videos that are about a similar topic that just keep expanding on the same topic. None of them are going to be talking about the topic in the exact same way, but they're all going to be, speaking about one particular topic or one particular group of issues. So I'll go ahead and do that, man, because I'm going to be honest with you, man. My playlist game is, I'm talking about my playlist game is Shaq with the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? I think he finished over the Celtics. Either the Cavs or the Celtics. I think he finished over the Celtics. But even with the Cavs, when Nate Robinson blocked his shot, and that's what my playlist is. You know what I'm saying? It's Shaq with the Cavaliers, man. Goes to Wild Black. Yeah, man. Wireless headphones in effect, bro. Good looking out. All right, man. It's 5 after, man. I'm gonna go ahead and hold off to another 10 minutes, another 5 minutes, man, until 10 after, man. Just long as y'all can hang in there with me, man. I hope everybody is patient enough to hang in here with me, man, for a few more minutes. Tamara Reese, what up, shawty? Good to see you. So, this is one of those topics, man, where, feel free, man, to go ahead and continue to list 11, 12, 13, 14. I've just put 10. I think 10 is, if I go farther, longer than 10, man, I'll be talking for about 5 hours, man. Yeah, man, we got 27 in here watching, man. Y'all go ahead and hit the likes, man. You're in here just chilling, hit the like button, man. The likes help out. You know what I'm saying? They really help out with the growth of the channel, man. The growth of the movement. Shanzir, what up? Yeah, man. Twice in one day, man. But I already planned to do this one. I told y'all about this one yesterday. But when I saw that Craig Mack died, I had to go ahead and jump on that topic earlier, man. Like, that one there, man, they kind of, if somebody had told me Craig Mack's sick, I'd be like, man, he'll get over. But, when you tell me, man, brother died at 46, man, that's crazy to me, man. That doesn't make sense at all to me, man. So, all right, man, we got a few more minutes, man. I'm going to hang out here, man. If it gets to, I'll go ahead and start now, though. Y'all just bear with me, man. I'm going to give them about 4 more minutes because I'll be having to come in here. I had to come in here, man, and I've been having to do like 5 recaps, man. So I want to try to limit that to 4. Do one about every 30 minutes, man, as I see new people coming in. So, I had my first couple of trolls today, man. I'm grinding, boy. I'm telling you, man, trolls let you know that you moved up to the next level. If you didn't have trolls before and then suddenly you have trolls, man, you're on the radar, man. So I'm going to keep moving. TOTW41. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you coming back for the second stream, man. Yeah, I got trolls, Tamara Reese. I feel like I've arrived, man. I got trolls, man. So the trolls have found me, man. I feel better about the trolls, man. The trolls mean more than probably any type of thing YouTube has in their algorithm for me. Like trolls, come on, man. Trolls represent growth, man. I appreciate that. So trolls, if you're listening but you haven't joined in the chat yet, y'all come on in here, man. Come on in here. I appreciate y'all. Actually, man, I'm going to record a song called "Thanks Haters," man. This in a couple of days, man. So I'm going to immediately load that boy up, man. It's there. I'm gonna knock that out, man. All right, man. You know what? I got 2 more minutes. I give him 2 more minutes. Gilbert Bird, what up, bro? What up? As you can see, man, the topic for the day is the top 10 feminine things men do today. And Chuck Spencer, what up, bro? What up? So this, like I said, this list could be longer, but man, we probably could talk all day about the feminine things that men do, man. Today, there are things they do, man, that wouldn't have been done when, I was in my 20s, man, or I was even younger than that, man. There are some things that would not be done. And a lot of it is it's crazy, man. But it's so normal that it's everywhere. And some of these things are just based on being raised in an urban environment without a father. So let me get into the description of this thing, man. As you probably already learned, I like to read my descriptions because I created them to define the video. The lack of fatherhood in the average American household is becoming more and more obvious due to the effeminate actions of men today. The most disturbing part is that many have their fathers in the household, in the home, yet their households are still led by the feminine energy of their mothers. Gender neutral is not really good for me. For us, gender neutral means you be more feminine. That's what it means. You be more feminine and accept that women are more masculine. And those two things combined will create a very effeminate man and a very masculinated woman. Patrick Duster, what up, brother? Good to see you in here. Nah, I'm a little over 30, man. A little over 30. But I mean, you know what? Honestly, man, the way I be catching young chicks and going out here to the court, killing these young boys on the court, and you know, the way I be living my life carefree, man, the way I be living my life live. And now I think I am, man, probably about 25, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel, man. I feel like I've been Rip Van Winkle, like I've been asleep for a while. Then I just woke up and I'm like, but those years don't count because I was chilling those years. So, and now that I've embarked upon, you know, once you have started living a healthy life, man, for a couple years, 3 years, you start to feel younger. You feel better when you change your diet because you're cleaning your system out. You're getting all the gunk out. I don't mean feel better. I mean feel younger. I mean be able to do things that you did when you were 20. Like if you're 30 and you still do everything you did when you were 20, I don't mean behavior-wise. I mean physicality, functionality-wise. If you can still do the things you did when you were 20, when you were 30, man, you have preserved yourself well. And just to be perfectly honest with you, man, everybody I've seen, man or woman, who looks amazing for their age. I mean, listen, there were 3 women on a show, man. One of them had a better body than some young cats, natural bodybuilders, but she was a bodybuilder. This woman, man, was like almost 80, man. You know what I'm saying? There was another woman who was beautiful, not a flaw on her skin. This one was 73. All she did was juice. She eats everything juiced. Whatever her meal is going to be, of course she's vegan. Whatever her meal is going to be, she just eats it juiced. Gets all the nutrients right off the bat. Don't have to worry about cooking none of the nutrients out. I'm telling you, man, taking care of yourself is where it's at. But anyway, let's get into this topic, man, because you know that health and wealth and how they correlate is, you know, my topic. I can get on that for a while. But let's talk about the top 10 effeminate things that men do today. Oh man, you know what? Let me fix this right quick, man. I just realized, man, I don't have the title right. Y'all give me a second, man. Let me fix this right quick. I don't really know if that fixed it for y'all, but it's fixed. I just fixed it, man. I realized I just had the top 10 effeminate men. That's probably why people weren't coming, man. People don't want to hear about, you know, want to hear about me grouping gay dudes in, man. Who wants to hear that? So that's what it was. That's probably why a lot of people coming out of here, man. All right, the topic is top 10 effeminate things men do today. Number 1. Oh, you knew that. Pants sagging is number 1. He knew it. Javon told you knew it, because I had to go ahead and get that one out of the way because everybody was going to be waiting on that one. I couldn't put it at the end. Let's go ahead and cover that one now. Pants sagging. There are so many things wrong with sagging your pants. Now, granted, there were cats who sagged their pants when I was younger as well. So, you know, it was done then, but it was done in a way where my pants were sagging, but my shirt was long. You didn't see my pants sagging. You never saw my underwear because my shirt was long enough to cover it. Now, today, cats be walking around with their ass out. And I'm telling you, man, there is nothing worse than being somewhere in public and seeing another man, grown man, with his ass out, man. Because if your underwear out, your ass out. And there's nothing more effeminate than that, man. To be comfortable with be knowing that your butt is exposed to the public. But anybody who want to see it can see it. Even gay men can look at your butt, man. You don't know who's gay or who's straight. You don't know who's down low or nothing. But you still around here and you don't care that the gay men are able to lust after you because they can see your underwear. And let me tell you the craziest thing I've seen, man. I saw, I heard a report about this. I actually did see it. I heard a report about it, and just one something I wanted to look into. But I heard that in some city, dudes are walking around with their pants sagging with no drawers on, just their whole entire, they got their cheeks out. You tell me at what part of life is that even acceptable for men, man? Like, what part of life is that? Does that not get you jumped? When I was younger, man, you get the brakes beat off you come around like that. And I ain't talking about sexually. You know what I'm talking about. You get your knobs knocked off, man. Oh, yeah, and then the sagging with the skinny jeans, man. That's just one little area I heard about. All of them are sagging skinny jeans. Man, listen, how do you even put skinny jeans on? Hold on, man. Hold on. I got my son's at his cousin's house. He gave me a call, man. Let me check him out. What up, son? Okay, well, what happened? Did you get involved in? What, you scared? All right, where Ray? Huh? Where Ray at? He ready to go too? All right. All right, y'all hold tight for a minute. I tell you, man. All right, let's get back into this, man. Pants sagging. All right, that's just crazy, man. When you got the pants sagging, man, that just don't even make sense, man. You know what I'm saying? That skinny pants is the worst thing that a man can do. Skinny pants is the same as wearing a dress. Like, skinny pants is the same as wearing a dress. If you got on some pants so tight that you can't even fit a single in your pocket, you can't get no dollar in your pocket, then something's wrong. And something's terribly wrong if you can't get your hand in your pocket. If you put your keys in your pocket, you damn near got to cut them out. Your pants too tight, man. Your pants are too tight. So we all know about the pants sagging. We've seen it. We hate it. It looks crazy. You know, man, listen, man, the way that DK, let me cover it. Chuck Spencer, man, said, man, they cats had their ass out with their shirt up, rubbing their stomach. I'm telling you, man, that man, they be looking like chicks with halter tops on, man. I don't know what's wrong with these cats. So, you know, Dominique Daly said, I'm 25 and it's weird seeing, yeah, man, it's crazy seeing, you know, and then you look at cats, man, they be cats like in their 30s, 40s, man, still sagging. You know, cats in their 30s, 40s still living the same life that they lived behavior-wise, the same troubled lives, the same, you know, that's crazy to me, man. It's crazy. All right, number 2, a mean mugging, the stare down. Now, that may not seem so bad until you think about it properly. The mean mug is me staring at you. Most times the mean mug is done between cats who don't even know one another. Now, if we have some type of beef or something, or we're at war, then yeah, I'm probably gonna look at you and let you know, man. You look at me, you say anything, I'm gonna tear your head off. But normally it happens with people that don't even know one another. Why are you looking at a strange man staring at him? You see, when you staring at me like that, I don't know if you're staring because you have a problem with me, or if you're staring because you like me, but you don't want to look like a chump. You don't want to look gay by just openly admiring me. I'm telling you, man, I think that oh yeah, I'm gonna cover that with Most High Tribe. When you understand, man, that it's terribly feminine. The only one I want staring at me, man, is a bad chick. Dude, don't be sitting there flirting with me. I don't care how mad you look. You flirting with me, bro. What's wrong with you, man? What problem do you have? If you don't have an issue with me, then you're looking at me because you like me. And I could sit there and stare down with you to prove we can have a wood swinging contest if that's what you want to do. But I ain't into that. I know me. I know how cold I am. What I'm gonna do is look at you like you're crazy and then turn and focus on something else. Because if you are looking at me because you like me, I sure don't want you to think that I like you too. And so if you're staring at me mean mugging because you like me, if I return that stare, you're gonna think I know the game. So if that's what it means, you're gonna look at me and say, oh, he know the game. He's staring at me mean mugging too. Bro, that ain't what's up, man. I am not gonna sit there and have a stare down with you because I am not a woman. And I don't understand the purpose of it. There's nothing that's going to benefit. If I have a problem with you like that, where I got to look at you, man, when you walk in, then I already want to do something to you. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I don't have beef like that. I'm a grown man. I keep the foolishness away from around me. Jack Fromm, what up? Now, yeah, I mean, that's a big one for me, man. And the thing is, let me tell you something, man. And this is going to be my next stream. The top 10 things I learned in the hood that only work in the hood. This is one of those things. The mean mug. The mean mug works in the hood. Like you have to have the mean mug in the hood. The mean mug represents that I ain't nothing to play with in the hood. That's the scowl of a shark. You know, when you see a shark, you don't know if a shark is smiling or you don't know what's going on with a shark. But when you see a shark, you know it's danger. So in the hood, you have to perpetuate danger. You have to have a dangerous persona. You have to have a gangster persona. It's necessary because in the hood, either you're gonna be a shark with blood running out his gills, or you're gonna be the guppy that just get bit by the shark that's got blood running out of his gills. The choice is yours. So in that environment, it works tremendously. It works tremendously to mean mug in that environment. Now you're gonna have to back it up sometime. The mean mug ain't gonna always keep things from going on. But let me tell you this. So let's go to the next one. Number 3 is arguing with women. Arguing with women. I don't even understand the logic in that. Arguing with women makes you feminine. You have to become feminine in order to argue with the woman. As a masculine man, when a woman starts to argue, she's always illogical. So if you're a masculine man, you're going to always look at her like a cartoon character. In your mind, you're going to be thinking, man, it's crazy. That's what your mind is going to be saying. And you're just going to be looking at her like, yo, man, what's the deal with her, man? Like, this chick crazy, man. You're just looking at her like a cartoon character. Like, man, this can't be real. Like, let me change the channel. But if you're in your beta male feminine vibe, if that's the energy that you embrace, then you are going to sit there and you're going to become effeminate. I guarantee you, listen to a man get into an argument with a woman and watch his voice start to get higher and higher in pitch, more high pitched as the angrier he gets. I'm telling you, bro, it is going to happen every time. No man who argues with a woman does it in a deep voice. You can reprimand a woman in a deep voice. Hey, shout out to tell you now, you better understand who you're talking to or recall who you're talking to. That's a reprimand. But getting into a debate with her, once that reprimand happens right there, any woman that's around me, if she gets that out of line, they rarely do. But if she gets that out of line, I have to reprimand her. That reprimand is going to remind her who she's dealing with. That reprimand is going to remind her that I will walk out of here and you won't see me again for 3 weeks, a month. Don't play games with me. I will put you on punishment. I will do that quickly. So, you know, you look at you playing it from a different way, but if you sit arguing with a woman, man, you have become a woman. Your movements become feminine. No man stands in his gangster stance while arguing with a woman. You start moving just like they do. Arguing is a competition, but it's a female competition. And if you and it's kind of like this, man. If a woman comes to my domain, if she comes to a masculine domain, she is not going to beat me in that competition. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be wrestling. It can be boxing. It can be basketball. It can be, you know, there probably are a few exceptions that, I mean, I'm not going to say anything is definite, but they're going to be professional players. You know what I'm saying? Even them, there ain't no guarantee for them, bro. I ain't going to sit here and lie to you. Because physically, even if she's taller, let's take Brittany Griner. She's like 6'9" and long. She's 6'9", man, with damn near 7 feet wingspan. Built like Kevin Durant. So she way taller, but she way longer. But physically, man, she's just a stick. Not a stick man, she's a stick woman. She ain't gonna go in the box on me. She gonna have to trust her J. So you have to understand that you can't beat a woman at an argument because that's her domain. She makes the rules, she breaks the rules. She's been practicing that her whole life, man. You can never beat a woman at an argument. If you do beat a woman at an argument, you better look into your drawers and check and see what you got down there. Because you have crossed into a level of femininity that you probably can't come back from. So you have to understand that while you go back and forth like this with a woman, she is becoming more masculine and you are becoming more feminine, because that's the natural occurrence of things. Whenever you become more masculine, whenever you become more feminine, she becomes more masculine, because nature is going to balance it out. I did a video about this. Nature is going to balance it out. So the more you become effeminate, she's not going to stay feminine. She's going to become masculine. That's why the more masculine you are, the more effeminate a woman acts when she's in your presence. So if you got a woman that's challenging you and testing you and all that about everything, then you ain't interacting with her like a masculine man. She don't feel like she's dealing with a masculine man. She feel like she's dealing with an equal. And the thing is, all you have to do is check your feminine energy. If that's your situation with a woman, check your feminine energy. If you check it, dismiss it, disregard it, suppress it, so it doesn't come back, things will change. Period. Things will change immediately. When I say immediately, I don't mean like in 5 minutes, but I mean like you won't go another month around her, but you have to be consistent. You have to stick with it. You have to be willing to put her on ice. It don't matter if you got to go hang out your brother crib for 2 or 3 days, man, put her on ice. If she don't care about you putting on ice, then you don't need to be with her anyway. You made a big mistake in the beginning and hadn't even recognized it yet. But if you put a woman in a situation, man, and that energy is changed like that, you have to regain control of the energy. Life is about energy. You can't create it. You can't eliminate it. All you can do is transfer it. That's what energy is. Energy just simply is transferred. So what I am telling you is this right here. You have to understand that when you argue with a woman, the longer the argument goes, the more effeminate you become. And the thing is, once you become effeminate, in her mind, she can't respect you as a masculine man again until you pull all the way out of that feminine energy and go back to being 100% masculine, if you ever were. So let's get to number 4. Number 4 piggybacks off arguing with women, fighting women. Now let me clarify something, because earlier I said if a woman puts her hands on me, then I'm gonna reprimand her by putting my hands on her. And that's just how it is. I truly believe that's the way to do it. But I don't mean that. I don't mean defending yourself because a woman try to go crazy on you. If a woman try to go crazy on you, man, you gotta make her calm down however you need to. You can't just sit there and take that abuse like some men will have you believe it's the masculine thing to do. Of course, it should never get to that way in your life. That's why we're talking about beta males. You see, so if you fight women, I'm talking about, man, listen, I know I've seen dudes fight women like the women were men. And I'm talking about the dude was huge and the chick was petite in the mud. I'm talking about a 6'3", 250-pound dude beating a woman that's 5'3" and weighs 135 pounds soaking wet. And I'm talking about laying hands on her, whooping her like she a dude, man. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about that, you understand that a man has to be in a lot of feminine energy to view a woman as such a physical challenge. Then you have to fight her like you're fighting Mike Tyson. It's very effeminate. I don't see how you could ever see a woman as that much of a threat. You see, if a woman start wilding out, just going crazy, I can't control her, man, I'm gonna have to restrain her, whatever restraining means. I'll say that. Let's say we don't hit women, but we will restrain a woman. We will restrain her. Let's put it like that. Like the Most High Tribe of Judah, Hebrew Israelite just said. I ain't saying all that next time, man. I'm just gonna say Hebrew Israelite. Once an Israelite, that's even shorter. One, like Israelite said, I don't hit women, but I would put them in a sleeper hold. That's the thing. You have to, yeah. So let's say restrain women, whatever restrain means. We restrain women. So, but if you're a man and you beat a woman, Like you fight a woman, man, like she's your worst enemy. I'm talking about put her to sleep, swallow her up. I know you're seeing some of the images of women, man, they get just, I'm talking about get demolished. They got big eyes, they got probably a broken jaw, knots on their head, man, probably got some bruised ribs or something. And this don't come from getting jumped on by 15 chicks. This comes from fighting a dude who she's supposed to be with. That's crazy to me, man. There's nothing a woman can do that makes you put hands on her like that. Nothing. That's like nothing a woman can do should make you get physical with her like that. And I truly believe, man, that like I don't have a problem with women trying to get physical with me. I don't have that problem. I don't have that problem because I just don't present like that to women. That's not how I come off. So when you think about someone fighting a woman, that is something another woman would do. Just fight another woman. I'm talking about walk up to another woman, man, and punch her one time, knock out with one hit or quit her. That's the type of thing these dudes be doing, man. Multitasking common sense. That's what it is, homie. And I swear I'm reading every one too, man. I'm reading every one. So you know, it's one of those things, man. Cause you know we're talking, man. I'm. This is coming off the dome, man. I ain't reading off a piece of paper, man. I'm just spitting knowledge. So we'll get on past that one, man. Cause I don't want to hop on that one too long, man. YouTube might think I'm trying to promote violence against women or something, man. When I am saying don't be violent against women. Being violent with women, let's put it like that. Being violent with women is feminine. Only other women look at a woman and say, I'm gonna kill her, I'm gonna knock her out, I'm gonna beat the brakes off her. That's feminine, man. So the Most High tribe of Judah, Israelite, I said it again, the whole thing. I can't lie, one of the worst things I've seen in my life firsthand was a male beating a woman who has no chance or wins. Yeah, man. That's real, man. Like when you see that, man, that's one of those things where, and I've never seen that personally. Well, I did, man. You know, I grew up, man, when I was like a little kid, man, like 3 or 4, man. You know, like, well, whatever time it was, man, my parents divorced, man. My mom had a dude, man. My mom was like 5 feet tall, man. My mom was 5 feet tall, 5'1" with perfect posture. And of course, you know, she's a little bit older now, so she's picked up a little bit of weight, not much. But back then, man, my mom was 5 feet tall, man, probably 130. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around there. And this cat was like 6'5", man. Wasn't that big, but he was 6'5", and he was a man. And man, that cat used to kick my mama's ass, dog. You know, and I was just such a little kid, man, that, you know, I was still mad because she had took me away from my dad. So I wasn't sympathizing with her for real, man. I was like, man, you know, she left me with my dad. You know, that I didn't relate the two and say that. I didn't relate the two and say that, well, this is why this is happening to her. But all I cared about, man, was that she took me from my dad. That's it. So, but now in retrospect, man, I look back, man, and say, man, he was feminine, man. He was super feminine. Like to do a woman like he was, man, he was super effeminate, man. And he one of real super dark skinned people too, man. You know, and my granddad say you had to watch them real dark skinned people. My granddad believed most of real dark skinned people are evil. Like if you big as small as color, my granddad he had a one-track mind. If he believed it, he believed about everybody who would like that. So, but anyway, fighting women, man, that's a big one for me, man. Like I don't even understand the logic in fighting women, man. It's crazy, foolish. So let's go. Or you know what? It's weak. It's beta. It could be feminine. It could be feminine or beta. Because a beta male will be so fearful that he's not pleasing to a woman or she's not pleased with his presence or excited by his presence that he'll beat her as a mode of control. You know what I'm saying? As a mode of keeping her in line, keeping her in check, striking fear in her to keep her from going away. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason. But then that could probably be equated to being feminine. But I think that's more beta. So, you know, that's real, Mike G. I know the damage I could do to a female, so I go on my way. Man, listen, that's why I say, man, you had to be on top of your emotions. You can never let a female get you that angry. Hold on, man. Let me get this call right quick, man. I'll catch you in a minute. Hey. Hey, man. Okay. All right, you gonna stay down at your end? All right. I'm talking about man. Man, speak to man. Okay. All right. All right. Hey man, hey. Man. If that pizza had pepperoni on it, man, you can't eat it. All right. All right. All right, man. I'm back, man. Man. I knew, man, if I gave him a little time, man, you know how kids are, man. Give him a little time, whatever it was, man, he'll be over it. And then they'll be right back to having fun, man. So that's why I ain't just get up and run off. That just come from experience as a father. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no real trouble that he told me about. You know, he wasn't in danger or anything. I asked him, was he afraid? He said no. If he would have said, yeah, he was afraid, I would have dropped this stream and told y'all, man, I had to catch this up tomorrow. But, you know, he didn't have it wasn't that, man. He was just something was going on that he wasn't pleased about. Oh yeah, no doubt, man. He definitely knows about that pork, man. As far as the other stuff, I ain't got to worry about it eating that not to see, man. I ain't got none of that. I don't have to worry about eating that. Oh yeah, man, for sure, man. Like I raise him how I am. Once he becomes an adult, the choice is his. But it's my job to give him the game as my son, as my child, man. You know what I'm saying? As my mini me. So TOTW 41. So it's almost some of these women need that type of love. Yeah, man. A lot of them act like they need that type of thing, man. But you know what though? Like X-Man Hansen said, man, those type of they're damaged goods, man. They have serious mental issues where they're willing to accept anything and they can convince themselves that it's love. Those women truly believe that a man beating on them does it because he loved them. That's a mental issue, man. Those women need to seek counseling. They need professional help. They need someone to bless them with the presence of the Most High. That's their issue. But women don't believe in that. Women don't believe in the presence of the Most High. That's why they go to church and try to seek God somewhere he's not, because it's easier. The modern woman does not want to be minimalized like the Old Testament does her. The true word of God minimizes and minimalizes the value of women. And that's why women stay away from it. But the crazy thing is, they're going to follow the New Testament, man, when Paul said you can't speak in the church. That's crazy, man, I'm telling you. So this one, I'm going to cover this one, and then I'm going to clarify it. And this is what I'm saying. Being a stepdad is feminine. I'll say that again. Being a stepdad is feminine. When you're a stepdad, you're thinking like a woman. You see, women have this, the pack takes care of the babies mindset. That you look throughout nature, that is a feminine mindset. Men in nature, males do not come in and be fathers to other men's children. They don't do it. Period. I understand that there may be some wonderful women out there, but if you step in, and I'm not saying that if you step into a situation that if you feel like the woman is great enough that you're willing to deal with her having a child, I'm not saying you don't deal with her. I'm saying there's a difference in being with a woman with a child and being a stepdad. Just because you're with a woman with a child, just because you deal with a woman with a child does not mean you're a stepdad. Circumstances don't determine who you are and what you are. How you respond, how you react in those circumstances is what makes you who you are. So just because a man is interacting with a woman who has a child, that does not make him a stepdad. It is how you interact with that child, with that woman. What type of responsibility you're willing to see? This is my thing. If we're somewhere, let's say we're out somewhere. Let's say I'm dating a woman with a child. The child can be a young child. The child can be a baby. Let's say we're out somewhere, or let's say we're going out somewhere and she wants me on the way there. Now, I'm not going out of my damn way. You shouldn't either. But on the way there, she wants to drop her baby off with whoever she's dropping the baby off with. We get there and she asks me, can I bring the baby in for her? Oh, hell no. I'm not picking up that man, baby, taking it out. If you were driving yourself over here, how would you have gotten the baby in there? You would have carried her. If not, you got somebody out the house to come out here and get her. That's what you got to do now. I'm not going to mistreat a woman's child. I'm not going to mistreat a woman's child, but I'm sure not going to fall into a position like I'm trying to treat that child like it's mine, because it's not mine. That's just how it is. I ain't playing that game, man. So I'm not saying that a woman who has a child isn't worth dealing with, but I'm saying you have to be alpha about the situation and not get into your emotions and start feeling like, well, it's a package deal. No, it ain't a package deal. Ain't no such thing as a package deal. So when me and my children are a package deal, well, y'all better take that package to the package store and see if one of the winos is gonna buy it, because I don't want it. It ain't no package deal. I'm dealing with you. You and the man you had your child with are dealing with your child. I don't have a dog in that race. I'm not finna go pick up no Pampers. I'm not finna go get no clothes. I'm not finna pick up no milk. I'm not finna do none of that. Period. That's not my responsibility. I'm not finna pick you up from no doctor appointment with the baby. You have a man that you created that child with. I will not come in and step in and take care of his responsibility where he ain't got to do nothing. And he's the one that created the child with you. That's what I mean when I say being a stepdad. I mean stepping into a situation where you don't mind the real father being pushed out of the situation because you're willing to, as they say, step up. But as I am telling you, you're stepping down. Being a stepdad is not a step up, it's a step down, homie. Elevate high, say, yeah, I got this simp dad that try to outdad me to mine. I just sit back. Man, that's all you can do is sit back and laugh, man. This one he don't understand. Nobody can ever come in. Man, listen, if my son, mom, it don't matter who come in here. No cat is going to be able to come in here and outdad me to my own son. Boy, I got 9 years of head start on you. And I got direct genetic ties to the boy. The boy think like me. He is me. Some of my energy made him. It's going to be there. You a fool to come in here and try to outdad me, man. And I'm alpha. So when you come in here, man, listen, let me tell you something, man. And it's real talk. This real talk. But when I met my son, mom, she was alpha eligible. Now she got my kid. No other alpha male is going to come in here. Not no alpha male. There may be some beta males or some omega males or some sigma males or some zeta males or some theta males or some foxtrot males or some, who you name it. There may be a lot of those males out there. But what I ain't telling you is no alpha male is going to come in and wipe her up because she already got my child. And she already got my child. No alpha male is going to come in and wipe a woman up who already has another man's child. And if you ain't alpha, you don't have a chance to compete with me, with her or my son. This is what happens when a woman is exposed to an alpha. She compares every man after him to him. And unless she comes across an alpha, which she won't when she gets a certain type of baggage, that's it. You the top dog. All right, man. So number 5 was being stepdad. Let me go back and do a recap, man. Number 1 was the topic is top 10 feminine things men do today. And it's based on this thought. The lack of fatherhood in the average American household is becoming more and more obvious due to the effeminate actions of men today. The most disturbing part is that many have their fathers in the home, yet their households are still led by the feminine energy of their mothers. Gender neutral is not really good for men. Number 1 is pants sagging. Self-explanatory. If your butt is out and I can see it, you are feminine. Females do that. Wear thongs to the beach. Females feel comfortable exposing their bodies to men. If you're a man, there's no way you can. Number 2 is mean mugging, the stare down. The only reason you will be staring at me is if you hate me or you like me. And if you don't know me, you can't possibly hate me. So you staring at me because you like me. Hey, man, going on with that gay stuff, man. I ain't with that gay stuff, man. Number 3, arguing with women. Arguing with women requires you to embrace her feminine energy as your own. You're saying, okay, you're over there in your feminine energy. As opposed to me standing in my masculine energy, I'm going to come over there and join you in your feminine energy, and we're going to dance the way you want to dance. And so you're over there in her feminine energy, doing what she does because of her feminine energy. All you're doing is that's your feminine energy. You're arguing with a woman, you become a female. Your voice is gonna go higher pitch. You're gonna start having a few neck movements and pointing your finger and all that. You're gonna be doing all that. Even if you think pointing your finger with your whole hand is masculine, it's not. When you sit there arguing with a woman, all your movements are feminine. Jerron Mays, what up? House of Joseph, what's good? Number 4 is fighting women. Now, I don't mean if a woman is out of line, she's going crazy, she putting hands on you, man, that you don't grab her or restrain her or, do whatever you got to do to calm her down, to make her realize that she's making a terrible mistake and she's about to get towed down. Calm her down however you have to. But when I mean fighting a woman, I mean putting hands on her. I mean hitting a woman with your fists, punching her all over, kicking her when she's down, stomping her, sending her to the hospital with bruises and aches and cracks and broken bones. Sending her to the hospital like that. Breaking bones on a woman, fighting her like she's a man. That's feminine. The only one who should feel like a woman is that much of a threat is another female. And that's the reality of the situation. No one else should feel that way, man. And that's it. Number 5, you heard that if you just came in, was being a stepdad. Being a stepdad, I don't mean dealing with a woman who has children. I can deal with a woman who has a child. I deal with a woman who has a child right now. But I ain't stepdad. I'm not stepping in taking care of none of that man responsibility. I ain't going to no sporting events. I ain't going to no store. I ain't picking up nothing. I ain't going up to no school doing no pickup. I'm not finna come to the hospital with you. I'm not finna do none of that. I'm not finna drop you off. I'm not finna pick him up or drop him off at his dad's house or her at her dad's house or whatever. I'm not finna be involved in that. If you and that man get into it about his child, I ain't got a dog in that race. I'm just sitting betting on which dog gonna win. That's what being a stepdad is. Stepping into the situation, not caring. Let me tell you something, man. If I deal with a woman and she been an asshole to her child's father, just being one of those difficult idiots, I'm going to check her about that. I'll check her about that. But as far as her being able to do that and feeling comfortable doing it because she don't need him, because I'm going to step in, nah, man, I'm good. That's good, man. I'm good on that. So, let's get this to number 6. Number 6 is a big one that these chumps like to do. Women do this a lot, but women feel like they have to do it if one of them is fighting a man. Rat packing or jumping someone because your partner ain't winning in a one-on-one fight. If you see a one-on-one fight between two men who have a problem with one another, and just because your partner is losing, you and all the other cats, y'all jump on this cat, that's feminine energy. That's feminine energy. Anytime you feel so emotionally caught up in something, listen, if my partner fighting the cat, they got beef, they gonna go ahead and handle it. Hand-to-hand combat. No weapons are drawn or nothing. If it's just a fight, if my partner take his L, he gonna take his L. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You can't depend on me to come bail you out of something that you handling man to man. Now, if we're somewhere in 2, 3, 4 cats trying to get at you about some foolishness, maybe one of them they don't even know you, or one of them just got a problem because his chick was looking at you, or we about to go to war. Y'all ain't about to rat pack my partner over here at all. 2 of us can beat 4 of y'all. I promise you. I don't care who 4 of y'all are. All 4 of y'all ain't hard enough to beat the 2 of us. So, Beasley said, I know a broad who told her stepdad she cheated because she spent too much time with her kids. Yo, that's a good one, cuz. That's a good one, man. That's my good one. Yeah, dude say, man, yeah, man. Chuck Smith say, come in the house, hand a little man some cheap Bluetooth headphones connected to a Disney movie, and go beat the brakes off his mom. Man, there it is. There it is. Or don't show up till you already sleep. When she called me, he better already be nodding out. She better get him out the tub, about to tuck him in. So, rat packing after a one-on-one fight, man. And a lot of people say, man, it's cool. They feel like, well, that's my partner. I'm gonna help him. Yeah, man, that's your partner, but you're a sucker for being so emotionally caught up in another man's issue, just so angry that he losing. Man, if you lose, take your L. But you're so angry that he's losing, you feel like his woman. That's what your woman gonna do. If you get into it with some cash, your woman go run to the car and get the pistol. That's what a woman does. I'm not finna jump in and help nobody rat pack, man. And if you do it, you lame. You feminine. So it's kind of like a pack of female. It's kind of like a pack of hyenas. If one of them get run out, the females in there, female finna tail up. They're gonna rat pack her. It's like a female, some lionesses. Female lions, they gonna go in. They gonna battle. But male lions, the two male lions are going at it. The female lions, they'll be there trying to support the male lion, but ain't no random male lion just gonna come along. Ain't no male lion just hanging out gonna come along and help something in a fight. I'm telling you, man. So y'all hear that little squeezy thing? That's my dog, man. That's Bella playing with that little squeezy toy she got, man. And let me tell you, man, she can chew furniture wood, she can chew sticks, she eat grass, she try to bite on rocks, she can bite a hole in, she can eat a whole house shoe, she can eat a gym shoe, she can eat a pillow off the sofa, she can eat a washcloth, she can eat all of that. Tear it up. There's nothing she can't tear up. She can tear up the metal on my lights, she can eat my jump drives, she can eat my media cards, but she got this little soft toy. Really soft toy. I'm talking about I could rip it apart with my hands. She been had that toy for a month, man. Some bitch ain't got one hole in it. Only thing she's ever been gentle with is that toy that makes all that noise. So now that I see she can do it, I get on her ass when she bites something she ain't supposed to bite. She let the cat out the bag now. She's helped me to the game. So, that's what it is, man. So, I just truly believe, man, that men aren't allowed to learn a lesson because there's always somebody there to bail them out. Yeah, man. She like, let me see, man. She was born in July. She's like 9 months now, man. She's 9 months, man. I think last time we weighed her at the vet, man. I think the vet weighed her at like 63 pounds. But that was like a month and a half ago. So she probably weighed about 65, 66 now. That's Darius said, I think when you're over 30, I think it's the effeminate dancers in a circle at a club. Yeah, man. Yeah, dancing in a circle is one too, man. Listen, whenever you see a group of men dancing, ain't no women around, man, let me tell you something. Women do that. Women get on the floor together and dance in a group. I don't care who you are. I don't care what day it is. You could be finna die tomorrow and we trying to give you a good time. We not finna be on the floor dancing in a group. If I'm on the floor moving, it's gonna be a woman or a group of women with me. I'm not gonna ever be on the floor dancing with no other dudes at no point. We ain't finna do no line dancing, nigga. We ain't finna be no dance group. We ain't finna do none of that. We ain't finna have no choreography business, but we gotta get out there on the floor at the same time and teach dancing. We ain't finna do none of that, cuz it is not gonna happen. Yeah, that's that squeeze toy, man. Loud as hell. But I don't stop her, cause she loves it. If I go take it from her right now, man, she'll be whimpering like hell, man. She's a pit bull. Well, her mom is a pit and her dad is an American bully. So she looks like a pit, but she kind of got the American bully disposition. Like, man, she'll never try to bite nobody. Another dog. She'll bite the shit out of another dog. A cat. But a human, man, she never tried to bite a human before. No more than just nip them like puppies do. So, it's one of that thing, man. So, rat packing after one fight, man, on a one-on-one fight is definitely 100% bait. Yeah, man, line, Cupid shuffle, the wobble, man, we ain't doing none of that. Period. So, and the crazy thing is, man, these cats will be out. Look, man, these cats will be out there, man, and they'll be like, listen, man, I've seen cats dancing like you dance with a woman. I've seen cats in a group, man, doing the same type of dancing women do, man. And people in the club don't even pay them no attention. You know what I'm saying? When you on stage, you can see everything that goes on. So everybody in the club couldn't see it, but the people who were around saw it. But it was normal. These cats were dressed, man. Look, man, they look like the average, everyday little homo thug. They had the skinny pants, had a little jewelry on, they had their dreadlocks. They looked like that's how they looked. So anyway, number 7 is being controlled by anger, which piggybacks off number 6. The reason for the rat pack or the jumping a man in the one-on-one fight is because men these days are led by anger. How can you get so angry about a damn shoe that you'll kill a man for stepping on it? It's a shoe, man. So, it's when you're controlled by anger, you're just controlled by emotion. You're an emotional wreck. If any emotion controls you, you're an emotional wreck. And that is feminine. Super feminine. Period. If you are controlled by any emotion, pain, fear, anger, sadness, any of those emotions, if they control you, if they consume you, you are being feminine. So when a man gets into depression, depression is a feminine space. You could have mental issues, but you're having mental issues with the strength that comes with being 100% masculine. Depression, you go into a state of depression when something happens in your life that you can't handle. You can't mentally handle it. It's too much pressure for you. God didn't make men like that. God won't ever put more on a man than he can handle. You are in your feminine energy. You are viewing life from a feminine perspective. And I know there are some people who are going to say, well, there's a mental condition. There's a mental illness. But yeah, there are some mental illnesses that women have, and there are some mental illnesses that men have, by and large. There are exceptions to the rule, but there are some mental illnesses that very few women are diagnosed with. And the same for men. It's kind of like breast cancer. Yeah, there have been men who've been diagnosed with breast cancer, but very, very few. The majority of breast cancer cases, and I mean the overwhelming majority of breast cancer diagnoses come from women. So being controlled by anger is the same as being controlled by fucking love. The same thing as being controlled by sadness. The same thing can be controlled by fear. You look at a man who's controlled by anger, but you don't view him the same as you view a man that's controlled by fear. But a man who's controlled by fear is the same as a man who's controlled by anger. It's all an emotion. And if any emotion controls you, you are feminine. That's just the bottom line. All right. Let me go ahead and see what y'all saying in this chat, man. Jerome May said, my baby mama is better because I love my kids and not her. That's crazy, man. But that's how they feel, man. I'm telling you. That's how they feel, man. Women feel like if they have a child with you, man, you're supposed to just stay with them regardless. They feel like y'all supposed to be a family. No, we're going to be a family if your mind right. We can try it if your mind right. If your mind ain't right, it ain't gonna never work. You know what, Darius? When I look at it, man, I don't really say that, man, because let me tell you something. Cats are tougher than dogs. Dogs just get so big, but I've seen cats that have kicked dogs' ass, pick them paws up, pop across that nose a couple times, big dogs. And them dogs never approach them cats again. Man, let me tell you something. Cats are responsible for the extinction in history of over 30,000 bird species just from the way they hunt. You got to understand that little cat you see walking around in somebody's house has the exact same characteristics and instincts as a fucking lion, a cheetah, a fucking leopard, a tiger. These cats have the exact same instincts. They're just small. Look at a cat's canines and look at a dog's canines. A cat's canines will pierce any damn thing they bite. A dog's canine, they have to kind of gnaw on stuff. A cat's canines, one bite, down there like a snake, one bite, pop, they pierce whatever they want to. Cats are the most fierce hunters known in nature. Nothing in nature hunts like a cat. Nothing. Nothing. So I'm telling you, man, things that you think hunt like cats, cats hunt those things. So cats are fierce, man. Don't ever just look at a cat and think cats are soft. Cats kick ass in the neighborhood, man. Whenever I see a dead cat, it's because somebody ran over it. I don't never see dogs kicking cats' ass or killing cats. I don't see it. Dogs that have grown into adult dogs stay the hell away from cats. Young dogs that don't understand what a cat do to your ass. Those are the ones that chase cats. Let me tell you something about cats and dogs. If a dog is chasing a cat, that dog will get tired before that cat. I've seen a dog chase a cat around, the dog get tired, won't take a rest, the cat tear into his ass. Cats are smart. So yeah, man, I say either one. It just depends on what you want, bro. Cat's cold, bro. Cat's cold, I'm telling you. So Master Limber Channel says a man must master himself first. Put him, yeah, man, you have to. That's the thing. A lot of men out here try to master women and master their children and master the environment and master. You have to master yourself. You are the only thing you can master. And once you master yourself, you can deal with other things in your environment in a way that is advantageous to you. You can do that. You have to understand, man, that when you are not doing things from a perspective of strength, strength means control. It doesn't mean control everything around you. It means control yourself. You can't control anything. You can't control yourself. Listen, you can be the top hustler in the world getting all the money, but if you got a gambling habit because you can't control yourself, you're going to be broke anyway. If you got a drug habit because you can't control yourself, you're going to be broke anyway. And that's the reality of the matter. And then you can do to change it. So, Tamara reached that exact sum up here. Some guys get mad when their girlfriend look at another man or think she's looking at another man. Man, let me tell you something. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Back in the day, pimps didn't play that. Pimps didn't play that. And I feel like this. Let me tell y'all something, man, about an alpha male. And this real talk. If you with me, bro, you better not disrespect me looking at another man while you with me. That shit only happen when you got a girlfriend or a wife. If you the hot new nigga on her mind, if you the new man that's got her open, she never looks at anybody else. She all about you when y'all together. The problem is you get into a relationship with a woman, she get comfortable with your ass. You start letting yourself go. Other things start happening. You start getting into you start becoming more effeminate, and she start viewing you as less of a man. But let me tell you something. If you think it make you weak to check a woman by looking at another man when she with you, then that means that you don't have any discipline and you don't think she should have none either. I don't care what you think, bro. If you with me, you better have some discipline. You better control yourself. Don't disrespect me like that. What's wrong with you? That's the thing. It ain't about me getting mad that you're looking at another man. It's about me getting mad about you disrespecting me. I don't care about you looking at that nigga. It's the fact that you with me while you looking at it. Look at no nigga while you with me. All I'm gonna do is drop you off. I ain't gonna, listen, I already told you I'm not gonna fight no woman. I'm not gonna fucking argue with no woman. All I'm gonna do is drop you off. Obviously, listen, this is the thing, and this may sound selfish and self-centered, but when a woman around me, I better be the center of her fucking world. If I'm not the center of her world, she can go somewhere else and I'll go find another girl. That's my outlook. So yeah, some guys get mad when their girlfriend look at another man, but they get mad because they're jealous. When you get mad, that means you're jealous. I don't get mad. I just don't want you. So I ain't mad. I ain't gonna get I ain't gonna say nothing to you about it. You just gonna wonder why in the hell you ain't see me no more. Why I won't answer your text? Why I won't take your calls? That ain't anger. That's just me recognizing at that point you're beneath me. At the very point you realize a woman is beneath you, you got to kick her to the curb. She ain't gonna build up to where you are. You already thought she was where you are. She's not. It takes a very young, impressionable woman for you to build her up into what you want her to be. And now it takes younger and younger and younger. You got to catch them at like 20, 19, 20 to even have a chance of developing them into what you want them to be before they get brainwashed by what's going on in this society, by the feminine energy of this society. Up to that point, they've been in high school their whole lives. They've just been enjoying lives. You got a couple of years into college. Once a woman gets her first degree, she's already trapped in that mindset. You have to catch her while she's in undergrad. So it's not about a man being angry. What it's about a man saying, you know what? The fact that you would disrespect me like this means that you don't know my value. And if you don't know my value, then you're not going to interact with me based on the level that I have of value-wise. So I'm just going to drop you off right here. I'm just going to let you slide. I'll holler at you. I hope you find what you're looking for. Because the beta male you're looking for ain't me. You see, the problem is women don't want to be held accountable for nothing. See what I'm saying? Women don't want to be held accountable for nothing. A woman feels like while she's with you, she's better, bitch, go out by yourself and you can look at who you want to look at. I don't care what you're doing, just don't do it in my presence. If you drove your car, when I leave, you can go back in there and talk to the nigga. Don't do it while you with me. What kind of disrespect is that for you to look at? I'm gonna let you look at me as the type of man that you can disrespect like this. Women don't want to respect, man. They don't want to understand that there's a reverence that comes with dealing with you. And if a woman does something like that in your presence, she doesn't respect you, man, as a masculine man. Because no masculine man is going to accept that. Women tell you, well, everybody look at somebody, it don't mean that. You're thinking like a broad if you listen to that, man. Anybody who feels like a man is weak for dropping a woman, for looking at somebody else, or if you're in a relationship with a woman, checking her about it, and then dropping her. Whoever thinks that a man is weak because of that, that means he's supposed to take whatever a woman dish out. That means he's supposed to think like a woman and say, well, I'm just looking. It don't mean that. Nigga, you a man. You a man. You know what it means when you look at a woman that's attractive? You look at her because she's attractive. And just because I do it don't mean she can do it. I'm a man. Hey, man, this ain't no 50-50 thing, man. It ain't gonna never be a 50-50 thing. If the best I can go is 50-50 with a woman, then I better strengthen myself just a little bit, man. So that's all I'm saying, man. It's one of those things where certain things I'm not going to allow a woman to do because I don't need her. I don't have to accept nothing I don't want from a woman because I don't need her. I mean, not even the little stuff. I don't have to, man, listen, I don't have to deal with her having cat butter in her eyes in the morning if I don't want to, because I can just leave her alone. I did a video on that, man, the myth of the 50-50 relationship, man. Y'all should check that out. I'm doing a better job of having these things linked, man. Like really studying this stuff before I go into it. I'm just addicted to live streaming right now, man. So I'm kind of all over the place with it. But it's one of those things, man, where I say, the best thing you can do is make sure that you're doing what you have to do for yourself, man. And being in a feminine space, letting a woman do whatever she want to do, man, ain't that masculine about that. Ain't no woman can do what she want to do while she in my presence. I'm not going to allow it. You're not me. Only person in this situation can do that is me. If you don't like it, then be gone. Matter of fact, the fact that we having this conversation, be gone. Don't worry about it. So I'm telling you, man, that's my mindset. That's how I feel. That's how I view things. I feel like the bottom line is certain things a woman won't do if she respect you. It's just like for real, on real talk, that's certain thing you wouldn't do if you respect a woman. Respect is not an emotion. Respect is a level of reverence that someone has earned. When someone earns respect, you are feminine if you don't give them the respect they earn. That's why women are always in these situations, because women will do something and not even want to give you the respect that you deserve. A woman to be talking at 50-50, but she don't want to share in every aspect of the situation. So it's not 50-50 if I'm doing all the work. How's that 50-50? Explain that to me. How does that become 50-50? Help me understand it. Because I don't understand it. So it's one of those things. You got to wait, Billy. You're not going to go outside right now. You got to wait a few minutes. The people who garage you like to run in got the garage open over there. You just don't have to lay down right now. And I don't want to hear all that damn whining either. So, I just look at it, man, and I say, what's the purpose in being in a situation, man, where you let a woman do whatever she want to do? Like, that's, that whole concept, man, reeks of feminine energy. What Tamara Reese is saying, that she feel like she shouldn't have to check herself when she with you. She just look at who she want to look at, and it's a problem if you say something about it. You have an issue with it. It's a problem. She should be able to jock other men while she with you. That's not gonna happen, bro. I ain't with it. So that's it, man. I'm telling you, I don't play that game, bro. I just ain't, I don't play it. I don't have to. Bro, let me tell you something. If you halfway got your stuff together, then you got a few options out there, man. You got more options than deal with a woman doing something that she thinks she could do that disrespectful to you. So, and it ain't I ain't even talking if you with a girlfriend, I'm talking about if you just dating. So when you know, if you're just dating, shout, if you out with me, then that's it. This your last chance. It may not even matter to her. I don't do it because it matters to her. I do it because it matters to me. The most important thing I have to hold, man, is respect for myself. So let's get on into number 8, man. Number 8. And a lot of women complain about this. And this is one thing I agree with them complaining about. Hanging with other dudes all the damn time. Like every time you see you with a group of dudes. Most time it's the same group of dudes. But every day y'all hanging out. Y'all ain't making no money. Every day y'all hanging out. Every day y'all somewhere playing video games. Every day y'all somewhere smoking out. Every day y'all hanging out and ain't never no chicks around. That's crazy to me, man. Hanging with dudes all the time. See, Tamara Reese, that goes to my last one about being controlled by anger. If you're controlled by anger, then you hit a woman for what she's doing. This is the thing. If she was looking at another man, which you just admitted that she was looking at another man, like he used to hear her for looking at another man. What he should have done is just dropped her because she's worthless. She's worth nothing but being a sex object. Any woman who would do that while you're with her, she's a harlot. It's slut mentality. That woman is, and I'm not knocking that woman because I love harlots. You want to talk about the best sexual experience you're gonna have, man? You're gonna have with a harlot. A harlot is a woman who have no sexual inhibitions at all. That's the only woman who can be totally sexually uninhibited and unlimited is her. That's it. No other woman. And so if a woman cannot restrain herself enough, man, to give you that level of respect while y'all together out somewhere in public, then she's a harlot, man. You have to treat her how she is, man. You have to treat her like she is. That's just how it is. So yeah, man, let me tell you something. And this is real talk. The majority of women that I meet, like, they already with a dude. Like literally, the majority of women I eat, man, already with a dude. You know, they ain't married in there, but they already dating somebody, like dating somebody serious. They already say, I got a dude, or, I got a boyfriend or some shit like that. If a woman call you her boyfriend, I don't respect that. You're a peon. You don't stand a chance. You might well leave her now, because I'm finna knock her down. If a woman call you her boyfriend, she don't view you as a man. Period. No woman is gonna call a man that she views as her man, that she views as a man. She's not gonna call him her boyfriend. Because all day, all she gonna think about is how wonderful this man is. She ain't gonna never say how wonderful my boyfriend is. She gonna say how wonderful this man is, how wonderful my man is. In her mind, she's gonna refer to you as man, so she's not gonna introduce you as her boyfriend. So I don't respect that. That ain't your woman. So I tell chicks all the time, man, that I tell dudes all the time, there ain't no woman finna truly be the way you want her to be. So that's why being in committed relationships and all that, man, it don't matter. It ain't nothing. It ain't worth nothing. So yeah, you kind of said that he hit her because she looked at another man. You don't have to say anything else. If she's with her boyfriend or man or whatever she want to call him, he was her boyfriend, obviously, and she looks at another man, you don't have to explain the rest of it, Tam. I know the rest of it. I know that she's the type of harlot that will look at another man while she's with her man. If she'll look at another man while she's with her man, then she'll go out and freak with another man while she's got a man. That's just how that is. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm calling it what it is. Words and action, words have definitions, and verbs are based on an action. So the definition of every verb is based on an action, and her action is the action of harlotry, of being a harlot. So I'm just saying, that's it. I know that's your kin people, but you put a business out there. I ain't asked you for it. And now I'm just assessing the information that you gave me. Any woman that will be out with her man. It's one thing to be out with a man you're just dating. Say first date or something like that. Then you just understand women are illogical. But even on the first date, if you're out with me and you looking at other men, you don't really want to be there with me. And so I'm just gonna get up and leave. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna get up and leave. Period. That's why I let a woman sit. If a woman's sitting, if I'm out on a date with a woman, let's say I am out on a date with a woman, and we're at one of my little vegan spots or whatever, I let her sit to where she can see the restaurant. I let her sit to where she can see the restaurant. Now, I ain't gonna sit with my back to the door, but wherever we sit, she's gonna see the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So she's gonna that's just how it is. When I'm on a date with a woman, we on that first date, we're gonna sit on the same side of the table. Because I can't get touchy feely with her and try to get her in the mood if I'm on the other side of the table. I need to use my words and my hands. You understand what I'm saying? And even in subtle ways, I can use my hand, just so the brushes against her arm. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like saying something about her hair, just so I can, figure out a way to touch her around her neck and some of her sensitive erogenous zones. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. So I ain't finna be in no situation where I'm gonna have to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. It's foolishness. So anyway, let's get into number. Oh, we're still there. Hanging with dudes all the time. Let's tell me this, man. If you have masculine energy, you don't want to be around other masculine energy like that. That's why in the wild, male animals don't hang out together. Male animals have much higher testosterone than humans because male animals don't think themselves into being females. They don't think themselves into being effeminate. We as humans, we think ourselves into being effeminate. We allow outside influences to influence us to be effeminate. So you don't want to be around that much testosterone if you're a man. You don't want to hear dudes' voices like that all the time. It's kind of like two dudes being roommates without having no type of hustle. If y'all roommates, man, and y'all got a spot and y'all booming out of it, hey, man, we both want to be convenient. You got your room, I got my room. This is where we grind out of. That's totally different. But you tell my man, like, I don't understand how, unless it's a situation where, all right, man, we college students, man, we trying to make it through. I go to class at this time. While I'm at class, you at work. While you at class, I'm at work. We barely bump heads. Totally different, man. So, Cortez Smith just said, that's why men and crazy are nuts. All that testosterone in there, man. That's why that place is so harsh. That's why it's so easy to work out and do a jail workout and get cut up. The jail workout don't work the same when you out here. You have to switch it up. In the jail workout, man, you can just hit body work. You can do body weight shit all day, every day. Because the testosterone levels are so high. Because when you breathe, when you inhale, you inhale testosterone. When you exhale testosterone. The entire environment is filled with testosterone. And then you got the male guards that like the jump out boys who put on the SWAT gear and come in there and beat the brakes off you if you get out of line. Them boys coming in there with energy. That's energy right there. You come in there, man. Then the females got a little bit of testosterone in them because in some of those situations, only a masculine female will take those positions. That's a lot of testosterone in that place, man. And no estrogen releases for most of those guys. No estrogen around for most of those guys. The few women who come through, man, who exude real estrogen end up sleeping with inmates. The nurses, the COs, all the ones who are really, really effeminate, at some point, man, they end up getting caught up with an inmate. They may not even get caught, but they end up doing it. Some of them get caught, some of them don't. Some of them end up pregnant by the inmate. That's what they do. That's just how it is, man. And ain't no way around it. So hang with a bunch of dudes, man, is effeminate. If you can stand it, then it's because your energy is feminine. Tamara Reese, I appreciate the super chat, shot showing up like you always do. Holding it down, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Some cats out here got a woman at home who ain't the type of bottom chick who ain't the type of team player, team captain that Tamara Reese is to me right in here. That's because they're into their femininity. You know, a woman just don't see a need to hold it down. But see, you can't listen. Let's see what Tamara Reese is saying right here. She says, about my cousin, that's true. She used to tell us how he was. Not once have you addressed the fact that your cousin was disrespecting that man by being with him, looking at other dudes while she in his presence. You still don't understand the disrespect in that. That is not something that a woman should be willing. A woman is bold. A woman is testing a man if she does that. So, you know, that's just how it is. So it's just weird like that. So you have to understand that as a woman, you can't just do what you want to do. You know, if you want respect, you gotta give respect. If you want to be appreciated, you gotta give respect. If you want to be treated nicely, you gotta give respect. So you know, it's one of those. So it's one of those things, man. Hanging with dudes all the time is crazy. All right, number 9, letting women play with your anus. Now I know somebody in here is gonna say, as long as you're doing it with a woman, ain't that wrong with it? Them lies, homie. That's just a lie. I can't tell you nothing else. Letting women play with your anus is receiving homosexual pleasure. Even if you're getting it from a woman. Anal pleasure is homosexual pleasure, bro. Period. Your anus has exit only. It's exit only. All your body ever does is release stuff through it. So if you are allowed anything to go in it, you are going against nature. And if you're going against nature, that means the opposite of the natural process. Now, there are a lot of men who talk about it, brag about it, act like it's the way it should be. I don't care what nobody does. You can do what you want to do. I don't care. So, but what I am telling you is if you want to know how I feel about it, what I think about it, I'm telling you it's very, very effeminate. Probably the most effeminate thing you can do. Matter of fact, it's not even effeminate. It's gay, bro. I'm just telling you how it is. Any type of play with your anus is gay, man. You can try to talk yourself out of it and say, well, if a woman does it, man, listen, that's just like saying, and you know what? I ain't gonna get into this, man. YouTube might pull this now, man. Actually, I might have pulled this one off already. But any type of play like that, man, any type of backdoor play, man, is not what you should be doing. Put that down. Better sit your ass down somewhere. I told you to go outside in a minute. Wait till it get dark. Everybody start closing their garage. Man, she'll go in somebody's garage, man. She went in somebody's garage one day, man. Got one of their sandals, man. Came home, man, and ate that motherfucker like it was a sandwich. So I have to watch it, man. She ain't gonna bite nobody, but she inquisitive, man. She'll go in somebody's garage in a minute. So, and you know what? Who said this? Was it you, Mr. Limber Channel? Let me go back up here. It was either Mr. Limber Channel or let me see who said this, man. It's all the way up top up here. I gotta go find this, man. Let me see who said this. Hold on, man. Give me a minute here, man. I'm gonna find this. Somebody said a man who lays on his back with his legs up. I don't remember who said it, man. I'm trying to find it. Somebody said that in here. I don't know, man, but yeah, that's one. That's one. You got to think about this, man. This is why I say, this is the one reason I say. Somebody said, man, when I was going down, let's say y'all can add something if you want to. Okay, that's what it was, man. That was Hebrew Israelite, man. He said, man, men who lay on their back with their legs up. Let me tell you this, man. And let's be honest in here. What position can you be in? What position can you be in that's not effeminate to allow a woman to have access to your anus? Oh, on their stomach with their legs in there. Both. You know, men who lay on their stomach reading the book, man, with their legs in there, with their feet crossed, man, are like kicking their feet together and shit. Yo, men who sit on the sofa with their legs tucked up under them. To me, man, that's the weirdest thing you ever want to see, man. A man who's sitting on the sofa. You know how a woman sit on the sofa and tuck her legs up under her, man? You walking somewhere, man, it's a dude sitting on the sofa, man, with the legs tucked up under, man. You're like, man, this nigga's so bad. Look at him. So, you know, that. Man, that's one of the craziest things I ever seen, man. Nothing is funnier than that, man. So that's crazy, man. Let's see here, man. There's nothing he can say. He can't defend himself. He can't defend himself. Yeah, that dude said reading the book. So there is no position that you can be in, man, to give a woman access to that part of your body, to your anus, without being in a very submissive position. You have to literally become sexually submissive to a woman in order to indulge in that. And that, my friend, becoming sexually submissive to a woman is feminine. Anytime you become sexually submissive, you are feminine. Yeah, men who cross their legs, man, men who do that full cross, man, I don't care. You can have on a pimp suit and have 10 bras around you. If you cross your legs the way women do, man, something wrong with you, man. You better kick that ankle up on top of your knee. That's about as far as you can go. If that leg slide down the other side and that heel over there kicking the side of your calf, you messed up, bro. That ain't what you need to be doing. So, you know, there's just, yeah, man, cross all the way over, man, then the leg be kicking, man, be kicking the shin, man, while they kicking it. That's crazy, man. That's not a good look, man, at all, man. So, you know, there's no way around that. Hey, we'll talk about that later, Tam. I don't really know what you're talking about. For me, man, when you think about the act of it, first of all, it's a type of ungodly pleasure. No man should be receiving that kind of pleasure, man. I think it's different, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's the way that gay men interact with one another intimately. So anything you're doing with that is the equivalent of what they do. I don't want to get close to that. I don't think it's normal. I don't think it's natural. And even worse than that, the icing on the cake is when the position that you have to get in. Think about if you want access to that part of a woman's body. What position would you put her in? Think of all the positions you can put her in to have access to her anus. Think about it. They are all submissive. All of them are submissive. There is nothing that's not. I ain't even talking about submissive, like bound down. I'm talking about 100% submissive, like feminine submissive. So, Mud Man, what up, bro? What up? Good to see you up in here in the stream, man. So, let me do a recap, man, before I get to 10, man, because 10 is gonna be one that, you know, not everybody's gonna be, you know, we're gonna get into that one. The topic of the day is the top 10 effeminate things men do today. Hold up, man. Let me kick this dog ass. I told her to stop biting on that thing. Now tell you stop biting on that. Get over here. Get in here. You knew what I meant when I said that. I was just telling them about how you bite on everything, then you won't kill that little toy. And you better not be making all that noise over there either. Turn the light off over there. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That damn dog, man, chewed up my son's little stool, man, that he stand up on when you're trying to get in the cabinet, man. So, you know, it's like that, man. That's 100%. That's a woman being dominant, man. That's a woman putting you in a compromised position. That's it, man. Man, listen, Hebrew Israelite just kicked this. You got to feel this. As men, we can feel when something is gay or wrong. You can feel it. You can tell when something makes you feel. You can say funny, or you can say effeminate, or you can say when something makes you feel that way, when something feels questionable, 10 times out of 10, it is. Sandals, man, I feel like, man, it just depends on. Sandals should only be worn on the beach. If you're going to be on the beach, man, wear some sandals. There's a lot of things in that sand, man. Unless it's a pristine beach somewhere, I'm not walking on the barefoot. But I don't want to be on the beach with gym shoes on either. So if you're gonna rock a man, you need to be on the beach, man. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like sandals. I really don't think they're wrong with them. Now, flip-flops, I ain't with the flip-flops, man. Just the name of it. The name flip-flop has always sounded feminine to me. Now, this is just one for me. That's the thong sandal. Yeah, that's the flip-flop. The thong sandal, flip-flop, that's I ain't with the flip-flop. I don't care what color it is. You can try to make the little thong part thick, or you can try to dress it up. I ain't wearing no flip-flops, man. I ain't gonna do it. If you see my feet out, man, I'm at the beach or I'm at the pool. I ain't just gonna walk around, rocking no toeless shoes, man. I don't like it. But that's just my own personal thing right there, man. Like, I know shit, man. I know some brothers that'll knock you out and take your bra. No, I don't. I ain't gonna sit and tell that lie, man. I don't know no alpha males, man, that wear no damn thong sandals, man. I don't know no man that wear no flip flops, bro. For real. It's different with white dudes, man. White dudes play by a different set of rules, man. But then I know some of them that don't rock them. Like, the ones that have been around us for a while, man. They don't do it. Even having your toes out, man, doing things like that, man, that's all. Things like if I ever see a dude with his shirt cut off. If you got your shirt cut off, man, like a halter top, man, we could be playing basketball, you could be playing football, you could be doing whatever. Having your shirt tied up in the front, like tying your shirt up and then not in the front, I don't care what you're doing, man. I don't care what you're doing at all. If you got your shirt tied up in the front, man, you soft. But see, the slides different. We ain't talking about the slides. The slides are the joint, man. Like, the slides ain't sandals. That's why we call them slides. You just slides, man. The slides, listen, I'm going to tell you, man. But I'm going to be honest with you. Even with the slides, man, I rock them with socks. I just don't want my toes out, man. You know what I'm saying? I rock the slides with socks. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So, Mr. Lemon Channel said, dude, piercing. Yeah, man. Listen, man. 2 things that automatically make you effeminate in my mind. If you got piercing in your nipples or you got piercing in your tongue. If you're a man with a tongue ring, dude, you can't even come around me. You can't come around me, man. It's just one of those things, man. You can't do it. It's impossible. I'm not going to deal with it. It ain't going to slide. It ain't going to ride. It ain't going to do nothing. Your nose. If you got the nose ring, man, if you got a ring, if you got earrings, man, you got rings anywhere but in your ears. And you better not rock. Where I'm from, I was raised by pimps. Grown men didn't rock earrings in their right ear. It was one earring in the left ear. That's where I'm from. So, yeah, but, man, if you got piercings in your eyebrow, man, you got piercings in your nipple, man. If you got more than one in your ear, these are the type of things, man, that we as men have to avoid, man. Real time. As a matter of fact, man, I think I'm thinking about ordering a pair of slides tomorrow, man. Yeah, I kind of know, man, it get a little different down there in Florida, man, in the summertime, man. But you know what, man? I can't really say it, man, because them boys in LA be rocking it. LA be hot as shit in the summertime. Like, real talk. You can get up and cool off in San Diego, or you can go even further up north in the Bay and get a little relief from there. But LA be burning up in the summertime, man. Them boy be out there with them slides and sandals, slides and socks on. So, I just had to deal with it, man. I just had to figure out a way to dry my feet out, man. Make sure I keep my feet dry, man, so my feet won't start looking like I play NBA basketball for 83 games. So, let's get into this. Get back into this. This recap, man. Number 1 is pants sagging. We all know about that. If you're a man and you got your butt out and other men are around, we ain't gonna talk. We ain't gotta go no further than that. Mean mugging, the stare down. Now, I know in some circles it makes you mean. I know in some circles it makes you mean, but in the real world, it makes you questionable. I'm telling you, it makes you questionable. So you just can't do it. You can't do it. It's not one of those things you can do. Arguing with women. Arguing with women means you are in a feminine space. To argue with women means you say, you know what? You are a woman. I'm going to come in your space and be a woman with you, and we're going to do what you want to do to solve this situation. Straight feminine. Fighting a woman. When I say fighting a woman, I do not mean restraining a woman. I do not mean making sure that you don't take abuse from a woman. I mean like jumping on a woman, like beating a woman down. That's feminine. No man should ever be in a space, man, where he feels like beating a woman down is the answer to the issue. If you do, then you are in that may be the most feminine space. That may be more feminine than laying on your back with your legs in the air, laying on your stomach with your legs in the air, kicking your feet while you're reading a book or reading a Cosmopolitan magazine or something. Being stepdads. By being stepdads, I do not mean dating women with children. Dating a woman with a child does not make you a stepdad. Being with a woman and a child does not make you a stepdad. Embracing the role to the point where you have taken on all of the fatherly responsibilities of another man's child, that's what makes you a stepdad. Where the woman can start to be brutal with this man as far as her interaction with as far as parenthood goes, because she now has you filling in all of the gaps, taking care of all of the responsibilities, being the man that he wants to be, but she won't let him because she has some type of vindictive spirit. And she does not want that man to be able to have access to his child. You are a stepdad, and you are a feminine beta male. Rat packing or jumping someone because your side loses in a one-on-one fight. Rat packing or jumping someone because your side loses in a one-on-one fight. The one-on-one fight you were perfectly okay with. You were okay with the one-on-one fight. You were perfectly okay with the one-on-one fight. And then suddenly, you're not. You turn into an angry female because your side is losing. Now, get out of my cuz, get out. Can you even imagine a man saying, man, get out of my cuz, get out. No, man, it don't make sense. Let that one-on-one go. Mud man said he got jumped over. Man, I think maybe 50% of the men in the world, man, that got jumped over a woman before. Number 7, being controlled by anger, which is the reason for the rat packing. Being controlled by anger. You are no better if you are controlled by anger than a man who is controlled by fear. Actually, a man who is controlled by fear has a better chance of survival because fear will keep him from doing dumb things that anger will coerce you to do. Being controlled by anger is simply being controlled by an emotion. But men want to give it a pass because it's anger, because anger is violent, anger is ferocious, anger strikes fear in the hearts of men. But who cares? Number 8, hanging with dudes all the time. Only person who should want to hang with a dude all the time is a woman. If you, not even multiple dudes. If you and one dude hang together all the time, all of the time, something's wrong. Somebody is a female inside. Number 9, letting women play with your anus. If you're letting women play with your anus, something is terribly wrong. That is not the proper way that a man should interact with a woman. How can you say that it is manly to be in a submissive position sexually to a woman, when there is never a time that you should be in a sexually submissive position to a woman. You should always be in the masculine, controlling position when it comes to being intimate with the woman. It does not make sense for you to even believe that you should do that. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, let me get into this. I appreciate that, Ron Capo. I appreciate it, man. So, number 10, disregarding the word of the Most High. And this is strictly for my brothers, black men. This is strictly for black men. When you disregard the word of the Most High, and I don't mean that Christian crap they teach you in church. I mean the true word of the Most High. If you disregard that, you are disregarding your very own space as one of his chosen people, your very own connection to the Israelites. You are telling yourself that you're not worthy of that. You're telling yourself that the strength that comes along with that is something that you don't deserve. That is what you're telling yourself. You're telling yourself that because you believe it, because you think it's valid. And it is not. So, as far as the Holy Bible goes, man, you got to go with the Old Testament. I think there are some things in the Quran. I think there are some things in the, the thing is, everybody knows what the true word is, but everybody's not a direct descendant of the children of Israel. So everyone wants a part of the true word to take to their own self. What I do, man, I go with the word of the Most High, man, the Old Testament of the Bible. I'm trying to find the version before the King James version, and it's really tough, man. I used to be able to find these old Bibles, but I was younger, lost a lot of them in moving. But I can't really say I believe the whole script, man, because it's two different scripts, bro. When you look at those two books, they don't even start and end at the same time. There's a big gap. Check the history of the world, and you'll see, man, that there's like a 400-year gap between the book of Malachi and and Matthew and all of those guys. I'm telling you, there's too big a gap, man, to try to connect two books, man. So, it's one of those things, man, where you just have to stay away from these things, man. And if you're doing these things, they all make you a feminine man. They all make you a man who's too in touch with his feminine energy. And that way your interaction with women is always going to be flawed, because your interaction is going to be based on your feminine energy, which is going to force her to have masculine energy. And that's just the way it is. Nature's going to balance itself that way. You just had to search back, man. You had to, man. This is the thing, man. History is available to us all. Anything you want to know that happened ever, you can always trace back. And those people hold on to those original documents. They hold on to them and they put them in museums and things because they're valuable. Everybody wants to have a piece of those valuable artifacts. So I'm saying all you have to do, man, is research. You research everything else. Yeah, that's 50 versions, but then the further you go back, there are fewer versions. The further you go back, there are fewer and fewer versions till you get back to where there's 3. When you get down to 3, you're at a point where you can really ingest the information and try to figure something out. Research, trace your history. The problem with black folks is black folks don't have any idea of how important tracing their history is. So that's why we can't go any further back than slavery in our history. We could tell some stories, but how many of us can actually go back prior to slavery and talk about our true history? Not many, because we don't care. We only care about who we are now, and who we are now is nobody. If you don't know where you come from, you have no idea who you are. You are who they say you are. We still right here calling ourselves niggas because we don't know no term that goes back further than nigga. You know, what term of endearment do we have that goes back further than nigga? Brother? We can say that. But I doubt if all throughout our history, I doubt if the Israelites, when they were coming out of Egypt, were saying, brothers, we got to look over here. Let's go this way. Pharaoh's coming, brothers. What were we saying? We don't know because black folks don't care. Black folks don't know how sick they'll get if they eat certain things because black folks don't know the history of black folks' health. Black folks don't know our relationship with God is different from everybody else's relationship with God because black folks don't know our history with God, don't know our history beyond when we were slaves. As far as we can go back. Most of you can't tell what African tribe or West Indian tribe or none of that your ancestors are related to because you don't care. So, you know, I think that concludes this stream, man. I didn't want to stay on here too long because I did one earlier. And the earlier one, man, it was about 3 hours, man. So I'm gonna get ready to wrap this thing on up, man. I think, man, what we'll do probably on the stream, what I started doing on Sunday stream, man, we'll get deeper into these spiritual discussions about our history. So on Sundays, man, we'll get into talk about our history and things like that, man. Things that we're unaware of, things that we've forgotten, things that have been hidden from us. Because I feel like that's a discussion that we need to have. So I'm gonna wrap this thing on up, man. I appreciate everybody coming through. I appreciate the super chats, man. I appreciate the support. Appreciate everybody who's gone over to the site, man, and either grabbed a copy of Truth of the Alpha or Too Raw for YouTube. Everybody who's grabbed a t-shirt, man, I appreciate that. You know, all the people who donate on PayPal, man, I appreciate that. You know, everybody who come in the stream, man, and interact in the live chat. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, making the numbers for this one as big as the numbers for the earlier stream. You know, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the growing support. Appreciate the subscribers, man, bumping my numbers up. Appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the Patreon, the patrons who've gone over the Patreon, man, and made a pledge, man. I appreciate that as well, man. So, you know, I'm just trying to make this thing grow, man. Build it as a brand, build it as an information source, and build it as, you know, something that we as brothers, we as, you know, spiritual brothers, we as alpha men, we as, you know, strong masculine men can look to as a source of inspiration and strength, you know, that we know we have somewhere to come and join forces, man, and drop game, you know, and share information with one another. So y'all go out there, man. Y'all avoid the betas, man. You know what I'm saying? Avoid the women who want you to be beta. You know, stand up strong, man. Stand on the principles of the Most High. And as always, man, as I always say, alphas up, betas down. Peace.